السلام عليكم يا طلاب والأصدقاء. Greetings to you, students and friends. We are looking at reading and writing Arabic. And first up, we'll be looking at the words La ilaha illallah. Illa Allah. Right. La ilaha illallah. Now, if you can't read or write Arabic, you obviously think this is a lot to take in. But in fact, uh, in these words, and there are four words here, first one being la, the la, followed by ilaha, followed by illa, and the final word is Allah. Okay, right, so in these words there are in fact only three letters. And the first letter is the alif, right? That's the alif there. There's another one, and there's another one. Okay, so let's rewrite the alif. It's just a stroke downwards, like you would make a number one in English, or a I, capital I. So that's the alif. So there's three alifs there. The alif can also be written at an angle like that. So that's five. We'll come back to explaining that one. Then we have the lam. Okay. Now the lam is written like we write in English. If you want to write a l, as in look or like, you write it like that. But in Arabic we write it exactly the same, but in reverse. So it's a mirror image. So the l in Arabic is this one here. That's the l. There's another one there, and there's another one there. So there are in fact three l's. Can you see that? Let's do it again. One l, second one, and third one. Okay. In fact, that's not the only l's. You'll see the very first letter of the first word is also l, but it's written slightly different because it's followed by the alif there, right? So that is that l there. So in fact, we then have five l's. Okay. Let's do the last two again. It's that one and that one. Okay. And then finally, you can see there's only one letter left. And that is in fact what we call the ha. The ha is written like that, which is exactly or similar to the in English, isn't it? As in apple, or the as in banana, the final if you speak Afrikaans, we will say kat, that's the in kat, or lat. So the in English, we write it again, it's written like that, and in Arabic we write it in reverse. You see, and that is what we got here. There's one there, and there's another one there. Okay, so those are the three letters, right? We repeat again. First letter we looked at was the alif, the a, and that's 1, 2, 3, and then 2, that's an angle. So there's 5 alifs. And the second letter we looked at was the lam, and we first looked at that one, then that one, and then that one, and then also the initial one, which is slightly a bit different, and the one there. So that's the second letter, the lam, and the final letter we looked at was the ha, which we said looks like a in reverse. So there's one, and there's another one. Okay, so if we go back and we look at the first letter again, which is the alif, then if we put the stroke on top, then it's right? So that again is If we put the stroke at the bottom, then it's I. So there's also I. So there's I, and right? If we go back to the second letter, which is the L, remember? Now the first L with the stroke on top, that's also the so it's La. And there's another one. And as we said, there's 2 more there. So the first one, let's just make that color a bit more clear, bright. That first L with the it's La, right? The second L, if we add the as a stroke, which is also a little alif, we write sometimes in that shape, then it gives you also a La. So this first sound will be La, because it's followed by an alif there, and that is also La. Okay? And this one here, as a shadda on top, which is like a small W, and we find it there as well. So we will read La. Okay, let's go back to the black. So we will read La, Ila, Ilaha. Right? La ilaha illallah illa an Allah. Allah. Allah also has the going down. Okay. Okay, so to revise, these words only have the three letters, which is the lam, and that we see there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's 5 lambs. The second letter is the alif, which is straight, 1, 2, 3, and 2 that's angled when it's attached to the lam. So in fact, it comes from the bottom up. Those 2 will be written from the bottom up. Okay, we'll just do that again. So the 3 alifs, that's straight down. Okay, alif is that one, 1, 2, 3. And the ones that's on an angle, that happens when it's attached to the lam, as you can see. So there you have the lam, and you add the alif like that. So from the lam you go upwards. So there's 5 alifs, and then finally we have the ha, which is like a letter, as in banana, but in the reverse, right? And there's only 2 of them. Okay, and if we put all the sounds on, then it will be le, I, le, ha, I, lo, illa, law, ilom, law. Okay, so you will notice that certain letters are not read, but that will be explained at a later stage. Shukran, wassalam.